Alright, so now we're going to do the final two operations to finish our knurled hand nut. And so what we've got to this point is we've turned the diameters, we've put the knurling on, and then we've bored with a number 7 drill in preparation to be tapped by 1/4-20. And what we ultimately want to do is tap that hole. You can see there are threads in there. Tap that hole for a 1/4-20, and then put a cross-tapped hole for 10-24, number 10-24 threads, and that's on either side, so that this can it can be threaded onto something and then have a set screw going at 90 degrees to hold this in place while the shaft rotates, and that set screw will hold this from loosening up. So for the first operation, which is the through tapped hole, we're going to do that on the turret lathe. And then for the cross tapped hole, we're going to do that on the Bergmaster turret drill. And so to do that, we're going to use this power tapping attachment, and this will tap, hit a stop, release, and it will be able to spin with the lathe, and then when you put it in reverse, it backs itself back in and then backs itself out of the hole. So I'll show you how that works now. Oops. Trying to do this with the camera tripod right in my way. So we'll put this in the collet. We will start by putting a chamfer on and then do the power tapping. Put it into slow speed. Get our coolant for a little coolant on the tap. Oop, there we go. Now we're going to power tap. Now it's spinning. We're going to put it in reverse, and it pulls itself back out. And now we have a through tapped hole. I'll do that one more time so you can see it. And that's how you power tap on the turret lathe. Now, for the cross hole, we will go over to the Bergmaster, and I'll show you how we power tap on that machine. Alright, so we have put our through tapped hole on, and now we want to put our cross tapped hole on. Obviously, we can't put that cross hole on the lathe because this is not consistent with the center line of the part. We're coming in at right angles to it, so we have to use like a milling machine, or in my case a Bergmaster turret drill, which is more of a production machine. And we're going to use a power tapping attachment that rather than manually actuating it like on the turret lathe, it internally has a series of clutches which will tap, it will stop spinning, and then when you lift up on the handle, or the wheel that drives the turret up and down, it will back itself out. So I'll show you. We're gonna, and then we're gonna index 180 degrees and chamfer the bottom of the hole just to clean it up and give it a nice appearance. So I am using just a shop-made threaded mandrel here, so that I don't have to place this into the collet and potentially scratch this nice clean surface, since it's finished machined. So I'll thread this on. Turn the machine on. I'm going to start with a spot drill. Then I'm going to rotate to a number 7 drill, which is the appropriate size drill for tapping with a 1/4 20 tap. Oh no, I'm sorry. We're tapping 10/24, so this is a number 25 drill. I'm just applying a little bit of cutting oil on the drill. Now I'm going to index to the tapping head. It's been preset for the appropriate speed, so when I lower the ram, it will engage in its proper speed. Now it's going slow. Now it's appropriately set up, and I'm going to feed the tap in, and then it's going to hit a stop, and then I'm going to back the tap out by lifting up on the handle that drives the turret up and down. So it's going to go down, engage, tap, stop, back out, and now that's a fully tapped hole. I'm going to rotate it back to the center drill, which also will chamfer, and I'm going to index this 180 degrees, and the bottom of the hole where it's come out is kind of rough and jagged, so I want to just give that a nice surface appearance by giving it a quick chamfer. And I'm going to just dip the part in a little bit of mineral spirits here to float any chips away. And now you can see there is a nicely tapped hole with a nice chamfered entry. Same thing on the other side. And now the last operation to finish this up will be to go over to the engine lathe and just give a quick facing cut on here. This is where this face is where the nut was parted off on the turret lathe, and the surface finish is pretty good, but just to give it like a mirror-like finish prior to anodizing. Because anodizing doesn't really hide any imperfections. In a lot of cases it accentuates it, so you want as near perfect a surface finish as you can get. So I'll just give a quick surface or facing cut on that, and then this will be done.